There's so much going on with the NNP, and we're just getting started. From candidate launches to contests, events, and breaking news, be in the know. Get notified first about big events and announcements. Plus, we're here to listen. We want to hear from you. Leave us a comment, tell us what's working and what's not. Like what we're doing? Let us know. The NNP is working for you. Interact with us on Facebook. Come on, Grenada, get connected. Like us on Facebook/NNP Grenada and keep moving.
For a simple operation, you see what's on your take over. So all you sit down and can tell her, I is good minister, not every day buying new car. But them still going on TV, they tell me they love the country. So look at me, can you go? I say tell them me brother, Dada did die. I say tell them me brother, Dada did die. I say tell them me brother. Playing, man, everybody jamming, carnival coming, all business stop taking. Man, they want to make some money, boy, they hungry, but you the Calypsonian that create the scenery. If you try to ask them for sponsor, in a hostile way they will say never. So I will always remember, if you want to feel hungry, frustration and poverty, sing a kaizo, sing a kaizo. If you want to be victimized, brother, I'm not telling lies, sing a kaizo, sing a kaizo. If you want to feel hungry, frustration and poverty, sing a kaizo, sing a kaizo. If you want to be victimized, brother, I'm not telling lies, sing a kaizo, sing a kaizo. I say tell them me brother, Dada did die. Tourism, some again they preaching with calypso that they motivating. Foreigners keep coming, tax government collecting, but not even a scholarship to us they offering. After we contribute so highly to the welfare man of this country, there is no reward for we. If you want to feel hungry, frustration and poverty, sing a kaizo, sing a kaizo. If you want to be victimized, brother, I'm not telling lies, sing a kaizo, sing a kaizo. If you want to feel hungry, frustration and poverty, sing a kaizo, sing a kaizo. If you want to be victimized, brother, I'm not telling lies, sing a kaizo, sing a kaizo. I say tell them me brother, Dada did die. CDC, another deceitful body. Man, you just can't beat those guys. Lord for false diplomacy. As soon as the time come in, they organizing. As carnival done, they ain't existing. That is after they pocket we don't see. and buying the car and laughing at we, while we children home hungry. If you want to feel hungry, frustration and poverty, sing a kaito. If you want to
Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Martinique. Once again, it is time. Devon, stop laughing. It is time for Hard Talk. My name is Sheldon Scott.
And I'm Devon Romain.
And who is Nazim Benjamin?
Oh, God.
As you can tell, we're in a good mood this morning.
If you only know what we're laughing at. Good morning, Grenada. Sonia, stop rubbing it in.
What son?
What son? Not son what? You're gonna like a bleach something there talking about sunny Toronto.
Yes,
stop that thing. If you want sun, oh, you know where to come, baby.
Sunny Toronto, my toe. Where? Are they boasting or not?
Yeah,
yes,
sunny Toronto.
You see a disc in the sky, maybe sending down a little bit of rays, a light, but I the sun. If the sun come here.
And if the weather nice one more time,
go
Grenada. Do coming in Grenada. I go here talking the next 2 days, you know. When you start to get snow within
Devon, maybe we should have do the program yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah,
you should have considered that, you know.
We should have seriously considered that, you know.
Yeah, but folks, it is Hard Talk. My name again, Sheldon Scott.
And I'm Devon Romain.
And we are live on 97.5 FM.
Yeah, 89.5 CRFM.
92.9 Sister Ryle FM on Sister Ryle's Carriacou, Pity Martinique.
And 94.9 We Vibes Radio. Wade, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Wade. We hope everything is... this morning is really a laughing morning. Eh? Yeah, we hope everything is going all well and okay with you, bro. Nice, beautiful, nice. Yeah, ready to go. Yeah, so over the past few days, man, see you Monday.
No.
Yeah, Monday the man tell me he come in.
Monday.
We need the chair for the man don't come in.
Man, I spend the whole day. I went from 8 and I left there around after 2 the afternoon.
And that man watch. Anyway, no, you're not talking about the hospital. Other things he was doing. But anyhow, yes, so we are live with our talk. We're opening the phone lines early, 440-7377, 440-7377.
Yeah,
look and see our button of the shirt inside your cold bar.
347-329-3101.
Yeah, yesterday we have to say hearty congratulations to the workers of the nation, International Workers' Day, otherwise known as May Day, otherwise known as Labor Day. Yeah, so that is what would have taken place yesterday. They had a march from Tempe coming down to the National Stadium, a new format this year to the Labor Day activities. I think all the unions came together and they had one activity at the stadium. Apart from Cement and Waterfront Workers Union, I know they went over to the normal location, Otway House, and they had the little party and thing there. Because when I was passing down, would have been after 6 or so, I realized I saw them there having their activity. So the Cement and Waterfront Workers Union, as usual, they had their activity. Haven't heard any negative reports as such. I heard some individuals saying that the turnout was less than normal.
Yes, I understood.
I cannot judge that because, number one, I doesn't be there. So I don't know what the normal turnout is. And secondly, I wasn't there yesterday, so I didn't see the turnout to judge the turnout against years when I would have gone. So I cannot make that statement on my own and say that, oh, the turnout was less and people... I mean, come on. And the one thing I can say that I've seen across the internet, some people seem to be upset that the workers were not cussing about issues yesterday. Well, let's look at this from the proper perspective. And I'm really mean. Let's look at it from a really proper perspective. You expect the people to cuss when they get what they want? So, okay, you're working for somebody. You tell the man, boss, I need 2 days off. The boss give you 2 days off. You say, boss, I want $2,000. But you know in your mind that you're negotiating for 1,000. But you tell him you want 2,000 because you know you ain't gonna get 2,000. But you know that is you're leaving room for negotiation. You ain't just say 2,000 I want and you stick on 2,000. Exactly. So that is the art of negotiation. So you say I want $2,000 and you start to negotiate and you mightn't get the 1,000. That's what you're aiming for, but you might fall a little short. But it's the art of negotiation. And I must say that the trade union movement in Grenada have mastered, whereas other Caribbean countries, they seem to be fighting up. When you speak about the art of negotiation, the trade union movement, and we're not speaking here about compromise. No. They're not compromising the workers. They're not compromising the rights of the workers. They are negotiating, but they are also keeping an eye on what is in the national interest. Yeah.
In my view, you call that realistic negotiations.
Yeah, so that is what I've seen taking place thus far. So I don't know how others view it. So I realize there are industrial issues that are on the table. There are several industrial issues that remain on the table. So it is not a perfect world. And there will never be a perfect world. There will always be a time when workers are not happy with something or the other that is taking place. There will always be that kind of situation. But I'm trying the very best within my mind to come to the realization of what some people are really talking about. So you expect the workers who already, the Public Workers Union in Grenada is viewed by the other unions throughout the Caribbean as in, why, how will let us do this thing? How will let us get the government to do all they want? Because they've already negotiated their increments and so forth. 2019, and we're still in 2018. So they've negotiated forward. They have secured several benefits for their workers. Yes, as with any union, you would want to see more. Yeah, if you get 750, you want 1,000. If you get 1,000, you find, well, since I could make the 1,000, I want 15. You would always want more. That is their job. That is what they have to do. That is what they're there to. They ain't there to make friends. They're there to make sure that the workers of the country are properly treated. So the Public Workers Union in Grenada, some of the things they've been able to secure. They've been able to secure increments on behalf of their workers. Yep. One-off payments on behalf of their workers. Increases on behalf of their workers. Regularization. In fact, I've seen a note going around, so I know that the nurses who were under the Gren Case program, that temporary program that Minister Steele would have spoken about, and he said clearly that the intent was to regularize all of those workers. So instead of them being on a contract where they're working for 3 days, that they would be taken off of that and made permanent. And I can say that I've seen something going around over, and I trust the source of it, even though I haven't been able to speak to the minister myself. I haven't really called him yet on that one. But definitely that those workers would be taken into the permanent staff come June. And that's additional help for all those nurses that, nurses, we know all you're under strain, and it ain't easy to leave your home in the dark and reach back home in the dark. And sometimes you're reaching back home in the dark the next day. Yep. We know it's not easy. Yeah, we know it definitely. Please, some of us, we look at a nurse and immediately as you see a nurse, to some people it's like they see a beast. It's a human being too. Some of us brothers, some of us sisters. Yes, they are male nurses. Some of our brothers, some of our sisters, some of our mothers, some of our aunts. Yeah, even some of our grandmothers. Yeah, they are nurses who are grandmothers as well. So they are human beings too. And they feel emotion. They go through stress and so on too. Yeah, professionally, they learn how to deal with it. But you have to understand that they're human beings too. So you have that situation. This is what the unions have been able to do. They've secured permanent placement for those nurses. Yeah.
And then when we look at the teachers.
Yeah. The teachers. The last batch, they had 101 that got permanent in the service. And then I know one of the issues that the Public Workers Union is looking at now, outside of the teachers, outside of the nurses, they're looking at the public service itself. And many of those positions that are there that some people have held for 10 years, 14 years, some as much as 17 years, that they've held these positions but not been confirmed into those positions. And that is an issue that they are looking at. And if you're going on the track record of what the Teachers Union has been able to achieve and what the Public Workers Union has been able to achieve thus far, you know that they'll be successful in that one. Yeah. So what you expect the people to go out and cuss about?
I don't understand. And
you want them cuss the government that working along with them?
And the
you want them become antagonistic to people who are working along with them? Why?
And the workers know at this point in time they are in a much better position, both financially and secure wise. And so what are they going and make? Yeah, there are issues, but they decide to deal with these issues differently, right or wrong, because they have a government, right, who is accessible, right, who is willing to negotiate no matter what. And so they have an ear. They have somebody with an ear to listen, right? And that is what they are doing. Look, negotiations is a way forward. Peaceful negotiation, compromise. That is what the government and the unions has been doing in the last 4 or 5 years. No wonder why, right? The state of the workforce in our country, the militancy that we used to see before, it's still there, right? But they just on a different tone and doing different things.
I sure I see a picture yesterday. I'm hoping it's an old picture with the words cable and wireless on it. That company that don't exist in Grenada again.
Yeah, a lot of years.
So I don't know if it's an old placard somebody pull out or if it's an old picture somebody pull out. So I don't want to believe. I really don't want to believe there's a picture from yesterday. Because I know that cable and wireless doesn't exist.
A long time.
Yeah, and has not existed for a long time in Grenada.
A very long time.
I don't know. I don't know if it's probably it's an old picture somebody sleeping.
And you know what is interesting about yesterday's whole event? The workers, the majority of them came together under one roofing, right, to have their celebration and their activities. And and that is where the unity, right, of the workers are. They understand if they remain together as a unit, different unions, but negotiate together, have functions together, and so they accomplish more. And that's unity. But there are people out there who don't want to see that.
No, they don't like unity.
They don't like unity.
They don't want to see us live together. Yeah, I can't play it because
all they want us to do is keep on fussing and fighting.
Sing them one, sing.
Next thing Facebook flag us,
But in truth, next thing we get flag. We have a call online. Let's see what the caller
says. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Sheldon.
Hi, morning, my love.
I hope you didn't play money. I don't know why I don't like not you.
We ain't paying which people the money?
I understand some of them say what? Workers are getting money and all this kind of stupid, but I don't get mine.
Well, me, maybe they ain't get theirs.
But that is just what?
And the problem is they maybe don't get theirs because they're not working with government.
Yeah.
True.
And not only that.
Let me tell you something, caller. The system is this,
Yeah.
By the 15th of the month, the finance officers within various ministries and departments have to submit their information to the Ministry of Finance for payment of workers and bills. Yeah?
That's true.
Then the government usually by the 27th, under this NNP, by the 27th of the month, the information is forwarded to the various banks to pay people. Now, here's what's forwarded.
Yeah.
They would send a list with all of the people to be paid and the amounts to be paid.
True.
And one check to cover that. It gives the account numbers and the amounts to go into those different accounts, right?
Yeah.
So they send a list. So when it comes to, for instance, if you're being paid through Republic Bank, they send a list to Republic Bank with all the people to be paid by government with one check over to there.
Yeah.
They send one to Cooperative Bank. They send one, right? So that's how government does the system is in place to pay, right? So, but if a check, for instance, from Republic Bank is sent to Scotia Bank for all the people that are being paid through Scotia Bank, it may take 1 or 2 days. So while your money already there on the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and if it's a weekend, sometimes you get it the next Monday. Because it has to clear. You don't bring a check from a next bank to another bank. Like you don't take a Scotia check and go to Republic Bank and immediately get money. It takes 3 days for the check to clear. Yeah? So that's what happens in some instances. So even though government pays on the 27th and you hear some people say, well, I get my money already. You hear some saying, well, I ain't get mine.
Yeah.
But it's because of what bank account you have. Republic Bank, for instance, I know you get your money same day. By the time it reaches inside there, the 27th, by the night of the 27th, you check, your money is there.
Cooperative Bank.
Cooperative Bank has a system in place that no matter what check it is that comes in from another bank, they honor it. Because the government of Grenada, they honor it immediately. and you would get your money and that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
for instance, a credit union, some public workers may have a loan in a credit union, so the check goes to the credit union. The
Yeah.
credit union now has to send that check to the bank, get it cleared, and then when it comes back, they take out what money they have to take out for your loan payment and they make the rest available to you. That takes a couple days. It's not the government paying late. You have a system with a credit union, be it a riser, be it communal, be it Grenville Credit Union, whichever one. You have a system where they have to send the check, it has to be cleared, and then the money is applied to your account. So you can't blame government for not paying on time. Government is paying on time.
Hello?
But in the financial institutions now, due to these different things, you may get your money 1 or 2 days later than everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's not a situation government ain't paying people. That's a blatant lie.
No, what they go on the mouth and say.
Well, best they drive them out instead of run it, because like the running ain't working.
That's it.
Right, my dear?
Yes, enjoy your day.
All right.
Yeah,
No, I
it's-
think
it's
that
crazy, man.
that has to be explained, because I think a lot of people get this thing wrong. And then again, okay, you have a finance officer in a ministry. Suppose an individual is upgraded or something like that. Or sometimes they make their mistakes when they're doing their lists of the individuals that are working within a ministry. And you may very well have a situation that a person's name doesn't appear on the list, or that person is missed out either at the financial officer's point, or maybe the financial officer do the job and it's missed out at the bank. When they're going through, they didn't add in that person. People, it's human error. It's not total computers here. So you could find a situation that that person is not paid, but the money is there for them. And then when they review now, they realize, oh shoot, we missed out these 2 people here. And they apply it. It happens.
You know,
It happens. So anybody going and say, government not, they're lying. They're just desperate, and they're making themselves real foolish by making those statements. I think everybody could see that.
You know, one thing that's very significant, and I have to say that, the person who's on air talking about government not paying and they paying late and everything, you know, since after that day they start having the pledge, and apparently they ain't getting what they want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Pressure.
what's going on. The
Pressure,
they ain't getting what they want. So they ain't getting paid because they ain't working. So they're trying to make people feel that government don't pay their workers. Them that ain't working, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they ain't working, they're begging straight.
And since they help NDC to lose,
Yes, and they
Things
can't
looking
get,
bad.
things getting real bad. So they have to take their
let's-
situation and try to bring it to the nation.
Devon?
Yeah, expose them.
maybe we need to have a call in to donate for these people.
Yeah,
and
I
maybe
think so. I think
Maybe
so.
we need to
yeah.
ask
we
our
need
listeners to
to donate a $5
might have to
or
take an
something.
hour and do a program
just to
try and raise some
yeah.
money to help them.
You know, because it's a monthly expense that they have, you know,
Yeah,
and so.
yeah.
But how you expect to live on people like leech? How can you do that?
Forget them on that.
I mean, it's
forget them on that. Forget them on
But
that.
you know,
But
that's another thing.
What I have to say is that I'm kind of confused as to how some people expect workers in the state of Grenada, the workers who over the past few years have gained over $100 million in benefits, yeah, who when this administration, this NNP administration came in 2013,
In 5 years,
met the promise that they had to pay X amount, I think it was up to what, 60 or 40 million.
Yeah, over 40 million.
Right.
Yeah.
And kept that commitment, paid that
On
money.
time.
Yeah, paid that money.
On time.
And
yeah.
after paying that money, still negotiated and also have made the unions a part of the process of national development through the social partners. So the unions have not been left behind.
Nope.
They know what is taking place. They have their representatives at the social partners who knows exactly what is taking place. So it's not
Exactly.
like government goes out and just make a decision, but it is discussed at the social partners where the unions also have a say. So after all of that, you expect it's like you're married to somebody. Okay, a husband and wife, life going good, children growing nice, bills being paid, everything is going perfect, the love life is nice, everything. They're giving each other attention, they're even going to church every Sunday together. It's like the perfect marriage. Yeah? And then one day, the husband just get up and say, things going too nice, I want a divorce. I mean, come on, that sounds like a crazy person, innit? So are they trying to tell me that my unions and them is crazy people?
Yeah.
That
And
things
no.
going nice and they go just get up and say, I mean, things ain't perfect. You go higher local fighting and between.
Exactly.
Things will not, any relationship, things never go perfect right through. Christ with the 12 disciples, it wasn't perfect. You expect your relationship to be perfect?
But you see too,
Judas still turn and go on him. You expect your relationship to be perfect?
But you see too, these guys, these other politicians, I won't call them opposition, the other politicians with a mouthpiece on the radio, you see, they have nothing.
They're the mouthpiece for getting irrelevant to politics now.
They have nothing to talk about. They have nothing to come to the people.
I'm not even referring to here right today, no. What I'm referring to is some stuff I see online and so. But yeah, go ahead.
But you know, but the significant thing about them is that, look, the unions, the workers of this country, okay, they don't have it all, but they are satisfied. They have been negotiating with government for the last 4 years, 5 years, and they have been successful. And that is what you want, right? When the workers are happy, right, the country, the economy grows, right? You have stability, and that is what is going on in Grenada. They don't want that. They always want to continue to see us fight. Good morning, my friend.
You know, what you are speaking about this morning, I heard that on the Shaggy program, people talking about it, right? But you see, what happened, what you have, and this, you know, trying to manufacture all kind of things for me, for the workers to think about. But I want to, and listen to know, the workers know that the government, that the cares and the government reach out and help them. Look, when NDC left, and they know they are going out of power, $40 million to pay money to the workers. They think that the government will not do it, and the government will not do it, but they do it, they fulfill that promise. Look again, $100 million that was spent on money again for the government to reach out and help the workers. So the government help the workers, and the workers know that the government reach out and help them. Right? So you see, when you be good to people, people will return back kindness to you. Right? Because the NDC are looking for all kind of things. Everything that was just to make the workers, think against the government, the employer. But the workers know and they understand the situation. You understand? And so what they're expecting, they don't get it. They say, oh, the United in bed, that kind of thing, with the government. Look at the workers. Who is the workers? The workers, the Ghanaian people, they know what is going on in the country. Right? And know the workers reach out and help them. Everybody makes sacrifice. And in the sacrifice, the government say what they go do, and they fulfill it. Right? So you show love to people, they return back love to you. Right? So you see, what they're expecting, they don't get it, so they're crying for. And Brother Shell, I want to say, the workers are knowledgeable enough, they know what the government is doing, and the government are reaching out. But look again, there's something the government negotiate, sign already with the union already. Right? Check it, who government does that?
No, but I'm trying to understand. Your relationship going good. Yes, there are rough seas. Yes, you have your little back and forth. And there are things that both sides do that the other side would not agree with. But at the end of the day, you still have a good working relationship. So with all of that, you expect the unions to go cussing government high and low? You expect the teachers who just get nearly everything they ask for, the teachers get. Nearly everything. The only outstanding issue when it comes to teachers, as far as I know, there may be other issues and so, but the main outstanding issue is the issue of pensions.
Exactly.
And they have agreed on the way forward for pensions. In fact, I saw this note somewhere, I'm not seeing it in my inbox though, that they're starting to register the people who would have worked with government and should be qualified for pensions. They have to register. I'm going to get the exact information and pass it out to you all the listeners. Because many of the elder people who listen to this program, they would qualify, and therefore they need to be registered so that they can start receiving.
And this is what the government don't come and they're working on it. Right? So the people know, they know the one who reaching to help them. Right? So they have a government and the workers, they have a relationship going, they have a good relationship going. Right? So the government doing what is right for the workers. So the workers must be reach out back kindness to the government. The government helping them to make them permanent. What did the NDC do? Nothing. While I was there. So they complained. I said, well, let it complain. Let it continue to complain, Brother Sheldon. All what we have to do what is right to help people.
All right, my brother.
So you and Sheldon, you all have a wonderful.
All right, my brother.
As my good partner, so a serpent would say, don't complain, complain. Complain and say what you have to say. Don't complain.
Complain at all.
Don't complain.
Hey, good morning to all of you on the live
Hannah.
this morning.
Hannah, them want to know with my cake. I don't get cake. I don't get nothing.
Hey, by the way,
I don't get boo. I don't get bow.
my brother, belated happy birthday.
You see when I get in it 2 days later.
Yeah, that is good. At least you get it. Yeah, some people ain't giving you at all.
I don't get boo. I don't get bow.
But that's good, eh?
So that will cost you some mango from country.
Yeah, well, now it's some mango. I someone like, oh, by the way, some damn just true. I'll bring some for you. That you
Isaiah and them setting me up nicely.
some damn just true and something it'll work out.
Chris Goodby, my good partner. I hope you're having a wonderful day today, bro. Yeah, I hope everything is going well. I think which part you are now? Texas, you're out in Arizona. I ain't too sure where you're there. Yeah.
And Carol, yeah, you know I can sing. Remember in the 80s, NYO? We used to run the thing, man. Monge NYO. You know I got it.
Had to be Monge and should be gotta be crazy people think. Anyway, 4407.
Now in the mental home.
Monge. You hear everybody heard what you said there.
In the Glen.
Don't try and escape from it now.
The Glen.
Right. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. So yeah, still trying to understand where are the unions supposed to quarrel? Yes.
For what?
The issue of pensions, it is being worked on. It has been forwarded. It has come to a particular point. Government could have had this being a major issue right now. When Miss Ermeline Armstrong won her case, the new National Party government could have easily said, we are going to appeal the case, in which system it would have still been before the courts right now. They did not do that. The new National Party said, no, the workers deserve their pension. We will not appeal this case. We agree with the ruling. Let's get together and work on it to make sure that the pensioners can get their pension. Yeah, they're just due, right? So the government is working on that one. So we expect the workers to go and cuss government now and say they want the pension right now. That'll just be ignorance. Yeah, ignorance in the local term, and not ignorance in the other term, right? Ignorance in the local term. Yeah. Or you want them to come and cuss the government and say they want an increase in salary, but they just get it, and that the increments they get next year. Yep. It already agreed for next year. So what do you expect them to come on? In fact, the trade union movement in Grenada has been one, especially within the past 5 years, one of the most successful in the region. When you see what they have been able, other people watching them and dribbling, just not to go start to ask for people from the unions here to come and help them.
And that is because of their negotiating skills, eh?
Yeah, that's why I said they have negotiating skills. So it's difficult for me to understand what you expect the unions to be upset about to pong the road and cuss government. Yeah. Now, it's okay for you to want somebody to cuss government, but it's also okay for the person to have enough sense to know that what you want is stupidness. And that's where it comes in from what you're hearing from some of them. Because they have this hatred, and I'm going to use the big H here, hatred for Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and the new National Party administration. They don't have a dislike. It's not a situation where it's about a love for Grenada. It's not about love. These individuals are about hate. They hate Keith Mitchell. They hate the new National Party. They hate individual ministers. They hate individual people within the new National Party. They even hate some of the union leaders. For them, it's all about hate and nothing to do about love for country and love for workers and love for anything. Anything that they think can damage. And that's why we were saying for a full 2 weeks before that look out for it. Look out for it. We said it here on Hard Talk. Look out for it. They want the workers to come out and pound the road on May Day and cuss the government. So they started to choke all kind of thing. One jump up on radio. Now we go on that one. He jump up on radio about what? They have letters that the public workers would be paid late. The same public workers who were paid on time, mind you, that they would be paid late and so on. And look, they can't pay the workers. They can't pay the workers. And all this nonsense because they wanted people to get upset and pound the road. But they're stupid. And I'll say they're stupid in the fact that the same workers who they want to be upset because they're not getting paid get paid. So you expect them to go and cuss government for not getting paid when they had a salary in their pocket spending? I mean, come on, what sense that make?
No sense at all. But they ain't have no sense, so anything they say is senseless.
And according to you, right now, things are working out to the $2 either.
Yeah.
So, but it's difficult to... but let me just say it's difficult. It is not difficult. I understand the necessity for the desperation. Yeah. They are not seeing the likelihood of them entering the halls of parliament but as anything but a visitor anytime soon. So I understand that.
Long time.
I said it on the campaign trail, and don't say it's goat mouth hard, but I know what I was talking about. I also know that they have so much confusion within their political organization right now that they are trying to deflect as much as possible away from what is taking place within their ranks. So they're trying their very best to deflect. Yeah? They're trying their very best to deflect. And they can continue their very best to deflect. But we know that there are several factions within that and no, not guess, not think, not might have, not alleged. We know for a fact that there are several different factions within the National Democratic Congress right now.
Oh yeah, a few well.
There's the one that's backing Nazenberg to remain as the political leader. There's the other one that does not want him as political leader at all. There's one faction that's being backed by the New York support group of the National Democratic Congress. Yeah. There's another grouping that's involving people like the Georges.
Yeah.
They say we take off George Grant. Poor George Grant, if you can't run a station properly and you can't make money and your station closed down, don't try and blame government for that. Anyhow, yeah, I said it, sue me. Right? I don't know. That's probably a problem. But if you can't run a station properly and you have your little financial issues and so because you ain't getting ads, your listenership is so minuscule that much people don't listen to you because of the nonsense that you speak and so, and your hatred towards individuals and so. If that happens to be a problem and you close your station,
can't help you.
Don't blame government. Government didn't close you down. Yeah, anyhow.
One down.
No.
One down.
Don't be surprised that they open it back after a while. They'll get some money and they go fight that thing and they go try and open it back. That's what will happen.
But then it will be useless again and then it fall right back over again.
Well,
because these guys, I mean,
running a radio station is expensive. You have to pay for the electricity, which is not a normal thing. You're talking bills in the thousands there for electricity, especially when you're talking about your transmission sites, your sites and so on with your exciters and all these things. It's not a cheap thing, isn't it?
No. But and you see then, when these guys want to use their radio station, right, only to try to destroy and to attack NNP and the leadership of NNP and its supporters, then they're doomed to failure. They continue to fail. You see? So let them continue. Things will start happening to them that they'll wonder what is happening to them. The hands of God. Because you don't discriminate and come down on your own people and expect them to turn around and support you. All right? So that is what's going on with them. It's just a matter of time. All right? Mm-hmm. The Grenadian people have shown them that they are united. Right? They want the new National Party to remain in office and to lead Grenada's economic recovery right into the future. That is what the people want, a majority of the people. I mean, stop making all the noise and fuss and talking about illegitimate government and all these sort of things. You lost. Pack up and start reorganizing. Let the people of Grenada, right, and the government, the NNP, the new National Party's government continue to run Grenada in the best way possible. Boo, it's a pity for you. You ain't got no seat.
I know, I just feel to play a tune. Sometimes a tune that just move and I feel to play something totally out of the way and totally weird and just... Let me see if I could find a tune.
Good morning to everyone listening to us on the live. A lot of fun.
Let me behave myself. I'll leave that alone. But next thing, I'll pull out Joseph Niles Day. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Oops.
Yeah, that person seems to be having a little problem with the phone. And crickly.
Apparently, more laughing.
Listen, no, I didn't get to hear any of the speeches yesterday. So I haven't heard the speeches that were delivered. I'll check GIS a little later to see if they have it in the joint box for all the media people and so that I could get it.
Especially
really
the Labour minister.
That's the one that I want to hear the most.
His
so
first
want to
speech
get that. Yeah.
after
Because
enter
I
in
know,
Parliament.
but Pedro, being a man who struggle for workers, I would love to hear his speech. Yes, serious. Oh, but we lost that one. 440-7377. Folks, remember, it's happening this Friday. This Friday. Yeah, you know what happened this Friday? I'll play it for you. I'll play it for you. I'm gonna play that instead of Joseph Niles.
Police Force RGPF Food Fest 8, Friday, May 4th. Pearls Strip. 1 full day of classic, traditional, and contemporary style cooking. All done in a keen and competitive environment amongst the various clubs of the RGPF. Consumed by you and judged by an experienced panel. Drink specials all day, 3 for $10. And we close it off with a massive cultural extravaganza featuring Dash, Talfree, the RGPF Band, and more. The RGPF Food Fest 8, Friday, May 4th. Pearls Strip, 11 a.m. to midnight. One for the entire family. Sponsored by Co-op Bank.
Okay.
Yes, folks. So remember, that is coming up. It's the Police Food Fest at Camp Raymond this Friday. Good morning.
Hello, morning, Sheldon.
Morning, my love.
Morning. I'm just calling to ask a question. It's something I heard people saying. I don't know how true it is.
Okay.
That they said that the seed program they were suspending for the month of May. Is that true?
No, it's not.
It's not true.
No, it's not. There was a misunderstanding of the statement made by the Governor General on Friday last week.
Okay.
Now, during the speech, she said that our government would be suspending the social safety net programs, but those programs are the ones that are run through the Prime Minister's ministry, not the ones through the Ministry of Social Services.
Okay.
Seed is okay. It's not going to affect seed.
Okay.
Yeah, a review of seed is done every year. They review seed regularly.
But they will be paying it, huh?
Yeah, you'll be getting your seed payments as normal.
Right.
Yeah, that's not seed.
Okay.
So that is I don't want to say it's false because I think they have misunderstood what was said.
Okay.
Okay, my dear.
It's all about on the radio and all this kind of thing.
No, it's a misunderstanding. It's not seed. No.
Okay.
All right, my dear.
Yes, Sheldon. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Yeah, and I think because even myself, when I first heard it, I for myself thought that it included seed because it didn't go into any details. Of course, it was the throne speech by the Governor General. And as such, they wouldn't go specifically into detail. They'll give you the broad overviews of different areas. So when it was said that the social safety net programs, yes, seed is a social safety net program, but the reference was being made specifically to programs under the Prime Minister's ministry and not under the Ministry of Social Services like the seed program and so on. Yeah. Every year, seed does a review anyway. They ask the individuals to come in and they redo their information and so they have a pretty good handle on who needs to be within the program, who doesn't need, and they do follow-ups. Yeah. Even before that, they do follow-ups and so on. So it would be a program that you're pretty sure is running properly. Most of the persons inside there the majority would need to be in there and so on. And anybody that doesn't would eventually be phased out of the program.
And it's a program that is being financed, I think, by the World Bank or Caribbean Development Bank or something like that. So they need to review it every so often. You understand? You know, when person's giving you money, you have to account, right? So that's what it's all about. It will happen. Mm-hmm. All the programs most of the programs that are in, after a particular time, they will do some review, changes, and so on. And that's life.
Yeah. Devon, sometimes it does have to play a tune for some people. Some like play a tune for some people. Yeah.
Well, I met a brother the other day. I gave him my right hand, and as soon as I for my back, he scandalized in my face. Now do you call that religion? Do you call that religion? Do you call it religion? No, he scandalized in my face. Well, I met a sister the other day. I gave her my right hand, and as soon as I for my back, she scandalized in my name. Now do you call that religion? Do you call that religion? Do you call that religion? Do you scandalize in my name?
me, Joseph Niles. You're not the only one who went through that, but anyhow. Folks, we have been joined in studio by the soup.
Yeah, by the
soup. That's why we making sure we get soup this year.
This time.
Yeah, the superintendent to Faber. Yeah. Yes, right. Good morning, sir. What? I think let me make sure I could hear you properly now.
Right. So good morning, Sheldon, by 2, and all the listeners and the viewers.
No. I take in our Sheldon by 2. Different.
You have to maximize the time.
Yeah, so Food Fest 8.
Food Fest 8.
You reach up to 8 already with this thing?
Wow.
I don't know Food Fest.
Food Fest 8
already.
It's growing, man.
So Camp Raymond this Friday.
Pause Strip, close to Camp Raymond. This Friday from 11.
So hey, watch. Okay, so let me correct the thing. It's close to Camp Raymond. We can't go on the police place.
Can't go on the police.
It's a military facility, so we can't go on it. So we go close there. We're taking it where we get it. Right.
So Pause Strip, just around Camp Raymond's area. From 11:30 there about promising that you could get a hot oil down if you come on site.
11:30.
11:30 a.m.
11:30 a.m. folks.
Yeah.
You're going and you're getting your breadfruit.
Right.
And the breadfruit cutting like butter.
So if you come and you get at 11:30, then I have to pay.
No. Okay.
No, hold on.
I'm making it real exciting.
10:52. 10:52. He said.
You see,
right. Nazim, take note of the time.
We can't let the super wiggle away. No, he say 11:30.
Right.
Right, we go there, but I mean, I'm in a line 11:30, 12:30 meet me in a line. So you tell me I'm.
So if you're on site and how long is not ready for eating, I will pay.
At 11:30, you will pay for 2.
I'll pay for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, but he telling us that because we here.
And you know you.
We can't come.
No. Speaking to everybody that's hearing my voice.
I know what's sending. I worry. 11:30 in the line.
So I'm just making the point that how long will be on time at 11:30, so you can move from work and just come and have lunch and go back to work and then come back in the evening, right? Okay. So it's a lunchtime affair from 11:30 to about 4 o'clock thereabout. We'll do the judging at 4 p.m. to know who is the champion, who are the champion cookers within the 4 clubs. That's really exciting because they really normally dress up and present the food really, really good. And we have some professional judges, not ordinary judges, right? The professional judges that will come in, people who are involved in the food industry. And after 4 p.m. now, you have the full-scale food being rolled out. So all kinds you could think about, bakes and saltfish and waters of different kinds and sauces.
See people saying Tanya Log, yeah.
Well, I mean, Tanya Log is a given. You get Tanya Log also at 11:30.
And the women are asking for Tanya Log.
No, just
try dashing log. Tell what somebody do. Right. I show it as some policeman from Closure know how to do a dashing log.
Yeah. And we have some special flavors, right? We have with carrot and with bois and different things, different tastes, right?
Bois bandit.
Yeah, in Tanya Log. So come out.
After with them Coast Guard men do me on Friday, I take a chance with officers again.
So you really have a nice mix. Oil long and Tanya Log for a change, not lime juice.
Okay.
Right. So you can get oil long from 11:30 to 4 p.m. All right, and of course in the afternoon time now you have the full range of mixture of different dishes and so on.
Okay, so the main thing from 11:30 up until 4.
Oil long and Tanya Log.
Oil long and Tanya Log.
Right.
Once that time is passed,
appetizer,
we eating everything else.
Everything. Cold waters, lambi, fish soup.
Time to reach up, man. I can use the oil long.
But the thing is,
everything else there.
It's the first. I mean, it's good because you're having oil long as appetizer.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you have enough time to work that out.
You understand to work that out.
Yeah, you can go jog up and down the stretch. You understand?
That's my point, right there.
If you're brave enough, go and take a swim.
Yes. I
know. I think you should really
with all that seaweed and thing outside, I think it's the best thing right now.
And then in the afternoon, in the evening time, we know we do the official launch in the police week day, just some short speeches and so on. And then we have some good entertainment. You know, Dash is actually one of us.
Yes.
So you can't get a better entertainment than that.
Yeah, we're looking for our next groovy crowd and then we're going soca.
Talpri say you pass through too.
Nice.
He's a friend of the police. So we have a pack agenda. The Queens who are preparing for ecstatic 3 at the trade center will make a pass through too, right? And the Calypsonians who have the material ready would make a pass through too. So I mean, you it's a free event. The only thing you buy is food, really. But when you think about the package that is actually involved, I mean, it's really, really valuable that you come and hang out. And I know around this time, people get pay already.
Yeah, man.
Long time.
Yeah. We kind of sure on that one. We ain't guessing.
And therefore, that's not a hindrance.
No.
It's a Friday evening, so you don't have to. Most people don't have to work on Saturday, so it's a real chill affair in a safe environment. You don't have to worry about security yet.
You meeting no fellas come to try and bust no fight inside.
Nah.
That is one place them fellas didn't take it.
It's just pure love. And I
must bring your children.
Yeah, man, you can bring your children out.
Safe.
And they're safe. And I must quickly add that this is powered by Co-op Bank. That has been the third year that they've been on board with us. And we really, really, really value that kind of partnership.
Mr. Duncan, you and your people, good morning.
Take a
congrats.
bow. Take a bow.
Keep your eye on the cash register, Bobo.
Yes, because you know it's
that's how GBSS guys do it. They continue to give back. I can't help myself. I mean,
that's okay. Let's give him that one.
Paul Thomas, I need you to organize, and I hope you're not GBSS boy too, but I need you to organize with SAS and them and get the SAS school song on tape so that we could play it. Anytime they say GBSS are playing SAS song, I'm a SAS boy from now on. I take over. It's a SAS boy.
Yes. So Co-op has been with us. So I just want to pick them up and say how much we appreciated the partnership and so on. I mean, I know corporate citizens these days, they really value their funds. Yeah. They want value for money. So they will be setting up as well and offering their products in a real professional way with high-speed internet and everything. So you can come and sign up and see some of the properties that are for sale. And, it'll be a real nice affair. So you can do business while you eat all down and drink time.
There will be the display this year again.
Yeah, man.
The different companies and so on can come and do the displays.
Yeah. But Co-op Bank will be setting up a booth there where you can actually come and initialize your business and start the processes and so on. So it's a really important time.
Tell them they could bring a teller machine and put down there too, because people gonna need to get money on the spot sometimes.
Maybe I could discuss that.
Yeah, we need a mobile teller machine. Co-op Bank. We need a mobile teller machine, so it's a lot of police there, so you're safe.
Yeah, and if you I just seen an overseas request for how long, I could package that.
You can get it. You can get that in a minute.
I'll tell Louisa, no, Louisa, you cannot go and take 2 bags of sand after you finish eat. The police going to arrest you. They're going to arrest you.
It's not going to eat that much and then try to go with sand.
With sand, that make it sense. That's too heavy.
When you're going to the police station, it will be full, but still. Yeah. No, but it's always a wonderful activity.
Yeah, man.
I've been hearing the reports, and so me and Devon for about 3 years now, we promising to come and we ain't reach.
And your time like it's on the fridge still.
Yeah. It's frozen solid. It's like a block right now. You can take it and build an igloo. So it is still. But definitely, I promise you that here on air today, I promise that I definitely will be there.
At some stage, between 11:30 and 12 midnight, you must be able to pass through.
Bunta. Even that would call you Bunta. Okay, Bunta. Yeah. He's a SSU man and all SSU man, Urban. Yeah, Chris. So Bunta, morning. Yeah. But outside of that, we're gonna be having different displays. Outside of the cooperative bank, would there be any other?
Yeah, not really, but we'll have some local items. The prison normally joined us last year.
Wonderful.
So they will be offering the special prison bread, and they have some vegetables and some eggs on sale as well. So it's a real nice mixture of things. So you can't afford to miss it.
Let me ask: Is it the different departments within the police force? Are they going to be coming together for this? For instance, will Coast Guard be there?
Yeah, man. The entire police
and I have to ask because my experience on Friday was they had the thing.
Right.
I went down there, get my lobster waters, and I was about to leave, and some of it spilled on my finger. So and when I was trying to leave, I ended up having to stop and eat my whole thing there one time.
Yeah.
And nearly bite the styrofoam too.
Right.
Because, the thing tastes good. So I know you can't get lobster now, the season closed.
No, you can't.
Yeah, but still, I like to congratulate the Coast Guards, man.
I was just about to tell you, putting the police in trouble,
No, that was last week.
Yeah.
So the
season closed a few days after that, right?
It closed yesterday. So that was Saturday gone.
That was smart.
Friday gone,
that was really smart.
But you see, they had to get rid of all the lobster they have, so they get rid of it one time.
Right.
But a little bit of spill on my hand, and I do so, and I said,
you had to stop the car,
Stop the car? Who reached in the car with it? I'm talking about walking to the car. I had the thing in my hand and a little bit spill.
You can't live with food. You have to eat it all.
You have to eat it there. So if that is anything to go by, I know that the men and women of the Royal Grenada Police Force can really cook. Yeah. And we look forward to the competition as well.
Yes.
So from 4 p.m. you finish work, you're looking for a lime. in a safe environment. Even if you want to bathe, go home, get the children and come out because the entertainment is going to be from about what time?
Yeah, from about 6:37.
6:30. So when the sun go down, you have to stand up in the hot sun, and so nice entertainment. So you have Dash, you have Talpree, you have other artists who be passing through. The Royal Grenada Police Force band
will
be there.
The number one band on the island, and man.
The island?
Sorry.
No, we won't have the band this year. We'll have DJ Summer.
DJ Summer?
Okay.
There's not a police too, no?
Yeah, he's a police. But what I'm told is the best songs in the land too.
Oh, gosh. Well, look at a Coast Guards man telling me you want to drop. Link me. Two are we go boss. Two are we go lime together this Friday. But definitely this Friday. And you have an idea the prices also of various prices, various items.
You're getting food from as low as $7.
Wow. Oh, wait now.
Yeah.
No wonder Subi's move out of town and he gone up Grenville and stay.
We won't leave you.
Yeah, so we stay in
a getting reasonable price.
You won't leave without having something to eat. Yes.
Nah, definitely.
Because ultimately the idea is not that it's not a profit-driven activity. No. It's an activity to pull people and keep people together. So, whatever little you have, we will give you something for it. If it's one dumpling and a piece of bread for sale.
I mean, still, you can't leave hungry.
I know them police will do me that, man. I know again. But outside of this, you said the launch of Police Week
will be done as the official launch.
Right. Some of the activities we have coming up for Police Week. I know you mentioned Ecstatic
3. Now, that's the Queen, King, and Calypso show all in one.
Also, they have the Kings this year again.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. I know that becoming a big thing, not just the Queens and the King. You know.
People call back for it. And that's a real nice show.
Yeah.
I know last year people felt it was a little bit long. So what we did, we had an outside screen. So we have a lime outside where you could look at the show. So time is not an issue.
If you want to get up and make a little walk.
Yeah, you could come outside and hang out and still see the show all in one. And then we have the other issues. We're focusing a lot on sexual violence and domestic violence as well.
Wonderful.
So we've partnered with a number of organizations. There was a match a few days ago.
Yeah.
So we really want to dig in deep regarding that particular ill in the society. So the fact that we're doing all these activities is geared towards really a message really. That we feel very strongly against domestic violence and sexual violence and so on, and so that is another part of what we do. Of course, the debates are always there, and we have the big sport day coming up. So it's a really exciting time. So it's too much to start just in June. We started months before.
The sports day I could always vouch for. The sports day is exciting. Believe me, the police sports day is exciting. Oh, this is Tantine, right? We ain't going to the stadium.
No, Tantine still.
Stay in Tantine. I like it in
nice
Tantine.
Nice homegrown.
Yeah, I like it in Tantine. I especially like the what they call it, the Brenty?
Yeah, the obstacle Brenty.
Yeah, the Brenty.
Brenty.
Yeah, that's why Brenty named Hatter calls. I like the Brenty.
And this year we invited people from the public who want to take part in the Brenty.
In the Brenty?
If you come and you want to take part.
There's one particular police officer who is kind of rotund.
He doesn't get it through the tire.
He doesn't get through the tire. He doesn't get through nothing.
But he's always
he had
there.
The spirit.
Always there.
He had the spirit. Every year he's there.
And before we go, just on a side note, I would really like to congratulate the Child Protection Authority together with the Royal Grenada Police Force and other stakeholders for that march that was held on Saturday island-wide.
Excellent.
You know, to ensure, sensitizing the whole question of abuse, sexual and plus child abuse, and so on. Hey, really, it was good. And these are the kind of things that we need, to help, bring these matters and issues to the fore, where you have the law enforcement together with the authority coming together to make people see how serious and how important issues like that is. So
we don't lose sight of the real issues, as we have fun and so on. We want to engage the public properly.
Exactly.
And at this time, we also like to say a special good morning to the Honorable Emlyn Pear.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, she had to tell us how Guyana is. Ministers of Education meeting is taking place in Guyana. Yeah, very important meeting. So, and as such, she would not be in office tomorrow. All right. So those of you in St. Andrew Southeast, the minister will not be in office tomorrow.
Yeah.
But the husband go be at Pearls on Friday. And you could go from 11:30. And remember, he made a promise. If you don't get your oil down by 11:30,
if it's not prepared,
by 11:30, he paying for it.
I pay for it.
Right? Sheldon, I feel we got to have a short program 11 o'clock and head up there.
I'm taking it long serious.
Now, very serious.
Because you know you get into different watch. Don't expect to go and get no wild meat. A wild meat out a season.
Yeah.
You
No
would not get
manikou,
manikou. I see people
nothing,
asking for
yeah,
manikou and thing. You
manikou
would
and
not
that
get
kind of
that.
thing. What, Marlon want me to go or what?
No only that, the
I
police are
understand.
abiding by the rules. You ain't go get that.
you
All
go
right?
get that.
But you will get other things.
Yeah.
You get that
All right?
thing.
You will get other things there. Believe me, you'll get different type. If you the meatless, they have the meatless
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
They have for those of you that deal with seafood. They
You
have
have a-
those that
You
deal
have
with
a,
meat,
you have a
pure
Rastaman
meat.
police cooking too, you know.
A Rastaman police.
Yeah, so he,
Nice.
I tell.
No, we good. We good to go with
we
that
good.
one.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
good to go with that one. So remember, from 11:30,
Right.
it's on the Pearls Airstrip.
That's true.
Close to Camp Raymond. That's going to be taking place this Friday. It's Food Fest 8. Always a wonderful activity. And believe me, it's a safe environment. You could bring your children.
Yeah, man.
You're looking for a nice Friday afternoon lime that you could, after you come home from work, you take a little bed, you take a little relax. You decide, honey, we're not cooking today. We're
Tall.
heading over to that activity with the police. You know you're safe. Entertainment, food, and a nice vibe. A family vibe. Bring the family out.
So in other words, that eat all you can eat.
Yes.
Eat all you can eat on that day. No limit.
Yeah, but not only that, remember the prices are very reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Very reasonable prices and a wide selection of food to choose from. So if you're a lover of cows, you like beef, you have that. If you have pork, we will find that for you. Somewhere decide, but we will have it.
Yeah, crab too.
You might get crab.
You might get crab. I think crab in season. You will get that one.
Oh no, Kim. $3 now. Put a little 2 on it.
Oh God, the
God,
police have to
Kim.
live too, man. Oh God,
the police have to live. You have to eat a food
She'll
too.
get the value for 3.
that's abuse to the police. That's abuse to the police. Oh God, don't be the police then. Drinks on sale, of course.
Yeah, man. Yeah, about
Drinks
all
on
day.
sale.
All
All
day,
right.
all day.
So all day, so you could go. If you want to get your lunch after 11:30 or so, you want to get your early lunch, you can pass, get your lunch,
And Tanya, Lord.
and right. Especially those of you in St. Andrew and St. Patrick and so on. Even St. David, you want to head up the road and get it, you can get it and so on. If I were you, I'd contact the police. If you want to, for like the office, you
Right.
want to get it for the office,
Delivery?
contact the
Is-
police,
is there a
and you
delivery?
have a certain
Yes.
amount, and you're going to get it delivered. Any specific, they could call where specifically.
You can use my number, man. 405-3105.
Right. So 405
3105.
3105.
If you're in the area, I will deliver it to you.
Yes.
Exactly. So, like, you're up St. Andrews, you're at the office, everybody decide, look, we're taking lunch from the police today, and you give a call. You call 405-3105,
And it's delivered.
and you're having your lunch delivered to you.
And you know
Pay the
trans-
officers when they bring it.
Yeah,
Don't play that tonight. Pay a little something extra.
and you know transportation is not a problem. The police officers are well equipped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we make sure we get them
Well
extra
equipped.
vehicle.
Yeah. Well equipped.
Thank you, China.
Can't complain about that.
And the Minister of National Security.
Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell.
Definitely.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. We make sure that the police have extra
Oh
things.
yeah.
Superintendent, any final thing you want to tell us?
Well, I just want to thank you guys for having me. I mean, we can't pay for that kind of time.
No.
10 minutes.
4 radio stations.
Right?
You know.
It's impossible.
People in England listening, people all over listening.
Right.
You
So
know.
I see again orders from England. So I want to see how much we appreciate the time to have our events ed, and I want to again big up Co-op Bank for the support for the last 3 years. It's a big up Co-op Bank.
Yes, indeed. All right, folks, we're going to take a short break and then we'll be right back. I wonder if I have another Joseph Niles I could play, but yeah, I feel I have another Joseph Niles I could play. I'll push on that one.
You interfered somewhat.
You do in 30 minutes. You could be on one of our 45 black and white sand beaches, or perched atop a lush mountainside admiring our stunning coastline, or slicing the Caribbean Sea on a traditionally built sloop, or adventuring off the beaten path, or hanging out with our underwater sculptures, or do nothing at all. Whatever you choose, an amazing vacation is only 30 minutes away in Grenada. Visit www.puregrenada.com.
The Royal Grenada Police Force, RGPF, Food Fest 8, Friday, May 4th, Pearls Strip. 1 full day of classic, traditional, and contemporary style cooking. All done in a keen and competitive environment amongst the various clubs of the RGPF. Consumed by you and judged by an experienced panel. Drink specials all day, 3 for $10. And we close it off with a massive cultural extravaganza featuring Dash, Talfree, the RGPF Band, and more. The RGPF Food Fest 8, Friday, May 4th, Pearls Strip, 11 a.m. to midnight. One for the entire family. Sponsored by Co-op Bank.
Yeah, so we'd like to say a special congratulations to Co-op Bank again. Yeah, because Co-op, it's not easy as a sponsor right now to spend money on another activity. Remember, you just had the Grenada Invitationals. You also had things like Pump It Up. They also had what? Well, I can't say KFC relays and I can't say Intercol because Intercol is Scotia. KFC is relays is KFC. But you had Pure Grenada Music Festival. And you have Spice Mass coming up. And to still find the time and energy to put some money into the Royal Grenada Police Force Food Fest activity and the Police Week, we have to congratulate you. It means that you're trying your very best. Mr. Richard Duncan, you and your staff, it means that you all are trying your very best to spread it as evenly as possible so everybody get a little something. All right, so we like to congratulate you all. Yeah, when people do good thing, we have to say do good. If we are doing bad thing, we say it too, you know.
He has been, him and his organization or the company, bank has been doing that not just for 1 or 2, but almost every single sector of the Grenadian population has been touched, by the cooperative bank, and that's good news. You know?
So again, we'd like to thank Superintendent of our pair for spending that few minutes with us. We know he's a busy man. He's not a man that idle. Always on the move. So he does take a few minutes and try and help us out, give us some information, let us know what's going on with different things. Right.
I know that 11:30 preparation thing. I'm making sure you have somebody there 11:30.
Real people going there early.
11:30. Tough boy, take care. You don't have to spend a lot of money.
Wait, so if you tough stupid then tough making sure and go and get our oil on ready early.
Since 8 o'clock, they may have to be on point. Give me the orders.
If them men, that's superintendent, if them men don't do it in time, military discipline and push-ups.
Discipline them, man.
But outside of that, yes, folks, just to remind you all, the Honorable Emlyn Pear, she's attending a very important meeting right now in Guyana. That's the Ministers of Education meeting. All the Ministers of Education, they are meeting up in Guyana. And of course, our wonderful Minister of Education, the Honorable Emlyn Pear, she's attending that meeting right now. So as a result, she will not be in office tomorrow. So those of you in St. Andrew Southeast, well, let me don't say St. Andrew Southeast alone, because I realize people from all over does go and visit Minister Pierre.
In the telescope office, people from all parts come in the telescope office.
So she will not be in office tomorrow. So she'll start back next week as usual.
Remember it's 2 offices there she has.
But even though there will be somebody there in the office, if you really need to go, it's not like the office is going to be closed. There'll be somebody there that can take the information and pass on to. If you want to see her personally, you would have to wait until next week. But other than that, there definitely, and there always is, there will be someone at the offices that you can go there and you can leave your information, leave your contact information. And if it's something extremely urgent, they know how to contact her one time to get it sorted out for you. All right,
Linda and Belinda and all these guys.
You find all of them is a kind of
you understand?
Linda and Belinda.
But they work hand in hand. They work together, man. It's good. I had the opportunity of working with them.
Certain people actually work and have music are playing in and between them. Only behave all yourself. If you have to learn good music,
burial time.
Sometimes you have to bury certain parties too.
The cops stay out in the air too much. It start to decay. Time to bury it.
But hey, folks, we got to remind you all of something. Get registered. You find that song in Strange right now. They find it song in Strange right now. No.
That's what it is.
Get registered. And we say this in the context of if you're looking to go, as government is seeking, to go to the constitutional reform process again, in whichever format it takes, whether it's on one bill or multiple bills, whichever format it takes, it is important for you to be registered. Now, there were several people who missed the opportunity to take part in the March 13th election because they were not registered. And then there were those who had their names challenged and so on, and I think their name were taken off the list, or since then may have been taken off the list as their names would have been challenged and so. You need to ensure that you go through the proper process. If your name has to be shifted from one constituency to another, do that now. Yeah? Don't wait until the last minute, Do that now. Also, there are many young people who have just taken 18 between March the 13th and now, and between March the 13th and the end of the year, whenever that is, that will be taking 18. And as one as their birthday presents, you should make sure that you bring them and get them registered. Yeah. That should be part of the birthday present. Yeah? Happy birthday. Let's go and get registered.
Go and get registered. You have your ID.
Yeah. So we have to make sure that they get registered because it's a good document to have as well to remember. You could even use it as a passport within the OECS. You could travel from country to country within the OECS. I didn't say you could go Trinidad and thing. I didn't say CARICOM. OECS. You could use it and travel. If you don't have your passport or something happened to your passport or so, you could use that and travel. But also remember, if we're heading, as we are, heading to the constitutional reform process, it is important for you to get registered and get registered now. Don't wait until when you see about 50 people line up inside there and then for people to come and make complaint and say about who registering people in the night and who registering people by darkness and all kind of nonsense. No. Let's get it done within a reasonable space of time. I even know of some people who were not registered for the 2013 election and are still not registered. Yeah, I know one or two. Because when you see them talking and then you check the list, you know the name, and you check the list, they're not there. Because they have not been registered. So get registered. Those of you that have not yet been registered, get registered. Continuous registration takes place. In fact, from the day after election or so on, they'll probably start back the process of registering people. Yeah. So I'm sure it's down to a trickle right now. You probably have nobody going and register right now. Those offices and so maybe quiet, maybe nobody inside there.
Best time to go.
Yeah, right now they're inside there and they're just going over the list, filing the nail, doing all kind of thing. Yeah, because it's basically nothing much taking place. That's the best time to go and get registered. You get all the lovely attention from the lovely ladies and gentlemen at those facilities.
Especially the ladies.
Yeah, so go. Whether it's in Carriacou, down to South St. George, go and get registered now. Yeah, I've already seen though that several forces who wish they were the opposition, but several forces, yeah, they are in the process of already attacking any attempt at constitutional reform. They're already in the process of attacking it. Yeah, government has stated the intention. You heard a restatement again of that intention during the Governor General's address, her throne speech on Friday, of moving forward with, in particular, the issue of the CCJ.
Very important.
Yeah? Now, the thing is, I see absolutely nothing wrong, right? Absolutely nothing wrong with doing it bit by bit. As I say, the United States, when they were formed, they had their constitution, the United States Constitution. And then, over the years, they have amended the original document.
Yeah.
They didn't go and say, well, we throw out the initial constitution and then we're giving a totally new constitution to the American people. They had a constitution and then they made various amendments to that constitution over the years. So they had their First Amendment rights. And you hear them speaking about it. You listen to movies and you hear them speaking about the Third Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Eighth Amendment, whatever. Amendments. It is additions that they would have made to their constitution. We have a call online.
Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, pleasant good morning.
Good morning, my dear. Belated happy birthday, I believe.
Thank you.
All right.
I was running up and down that day, so I didn't even hear your program.
Okay, my dear.
Listener, my expiry date, my, what you call it, voter's identification card expires on the 31st of January 2020. Is it too early to go and get a new card?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah,
6 months,
you generally cannot do that. I think when 2020 arrives is when nearly all of us would have to go and redo the process.
Okay.
But as it is right now, those who do not have one at all should go and register. But it would be too early. They wouldn't do it right now. Unless you lose your card, then they would issue a new one.
Okay. I was just wondering.
I think you had to pay $25 if you lose your card. I think it's $25 for a new card. Yeah, I think it's about that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's too. I know you're busy, but it's too early.
How old are you now?
You are a young lady, you know.
No, I'm not ashamed of my age, you know.
How old are you?
Yeah, young
now?
lady, behave. I ain't asking that question.
I retired last year.
Wow,
That should tell you.
You're pretty young lady.
She retired last year, but if you look at her, she's looking better than some of them in their 30s and 40s.
Young
anyway,
lady.
ma'am, you enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a wonderful day. All right.
Yes, indeed. You know, that's something I find. A lot of people in the 50s and 40s and 60s right now.
Yeah.
You're looking at those people. I don't know if it's like what they used to eat and the health regime that they keep, that they walk, they exercise, they go in the garden and that kind of thing, and they keep healthy.
Yes.
But you're looking at them.
They listen
and
to their grandparents.
You're being fooled by the age.
Of course.
I know if it's because they used to eat the yard fowl instead of the processed chicken.
Instead of the processed chicken.
I know if it's because they used to eat a lot of the original seafood from down by the bay.
Yeah.
The fish direct from the sea to the pot.
And all kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because they used to eat that instead of the tuna in the tin that come from Canada.
Yeah.
So
you know, they eating less they eating less. You eat cornflakes and them kind of thing before.
Yeah.
And this kind of processed thing, hardcore food, good, nutritious. And then when you have your I shouldn't say old, when you have your grandparents and them leading that process, teaching you how to cook and to prepare good meals, you must live healthy. And it reflects on you when you reach at the age 50, 60 years.
Yeah, that's why we have some people only hitting 100 in Grenada these days. When you ask them, what you do? They say, well, I take me look at thing every now and again, I rum.
and you know,
Sheldon, I do this and I do that. They don't overdo it. They take a shot a day.
Exactly. They smoke a tobacco or this.
Some of them, they eat the cabbage and the lettuce and all this thing. They ain't going in tongue and buy that. They have that growing behind the house.
They have that
so the exercise from growing it and plus the fresh organic food that they have outside there.
I must say to just out there to the Romain family, St. Mark's, wherever you are, my condolences to everyone on the passing of our aunt, Auntie Marianne. She left us, you know. So to all the family, the daughters, and so, hey, our condolences to you, and ensure you know that hey, God is with you, the family is with you. All right.
Yes, Devon, and our condolences to you and your family. And don't cry inside here, man. You know it does cry on air and all that. Don't cry in here.
She's the last of the soldiers. Yeah.
Don't cry.
No, I mean,
here.
I've got used to that.
Devon is the only one that's cry inside here and all that.
No, don't tell people cry. If you hear me cry, I mean, you don't want me around, you know. There are times when, you know, the emotions take over and you may see a little trickle of water, and so that's when you're alive.
Hey, I haven't said good morning to Terry. Good morning to you, Terry, and Hannah, and all of you there.
And Chris
on the live this morning. And we do hope that
Chris,
you all are having a wonderful
Chris,
morning.
stop that, Chris. Right.
Yeah. No, seriously, some people who in the 20s looking like 40 and some people in the 40s looking like they're in the 20s. It's amazing. And I think it has a lot to do with that. You know, as a youngster, we go and we catch fish hunting and you come back and you cook your fish. Yeah. Now, they only want to go and get smoke herring and saltfish and all kind of thing from outside of Grenada and go and get us at that tin stuff. Continue to say, it is a shame. It is a shame that a country such as Grenada, surrounded by water and with some very healthy rivers and so on, that we buy in millions of dollars in seafood on a yearly basis. We had to stop that. Yeah, that smoke herring, that tin stuff, that mackerel, all these kind of things that we buying in these tin.
We had to stop that.
We had to stop that. Serious.
Teach our children to
go in the fish market and support them vendors and them. Go there and support them. They cleaning it for you. If you don't like the clean fish, they cleaning it for you too. Tell them you want it clean. Yeah.
Hey, Sheldon, I'm seeing
you spend less for health at the end of the day.
We have someone on the live from France, Paris to be exact. You know?
Okay, man. Good morning. I can't say anything in French.
Yeah. Bonjour.
Yes. I don't speak os Frenchos.
Bonjour.
I speak os Spanishos. Yeah, but anyway, we do hope that you're having a wonderful day out there in France. It seems as though the Northern Hemisphere is having a lot of nice, bright, sunny weather. And we're glad for you all. It should remind you all of what a paradise looks like, but you'll only know what paradise looks like when you come to Grenada. So remember to tell your friends and family there is the most beautiful place on the face of the earth that they can visit. In fact, when they come here, they won't think it's on the face of the earth. They'll think they've died and gone to heaven. You can pinch them and tell them you're still alive, but you're in Grenada. All right, so remember to tell your friends and family to come on down to Grenada.
Grenada.
So St. Mark's thing done, but Fisherman's birthday coming up.
Yes, St. Mark's came to an end this weekend gone. Climax with some serious good activities and so. But then we have another Western Derby again, Fisherman's birthday.
Yeah, it starts with the launch on the 15th. And then they have the hash on the 16th. They're having a luncheon for the retired fishermen, fisherfolk, and so, and a bus tour on the 17th. They have a legal aid and financial clinic that's going to be taking place on the 19th. The sports day on the 20th, education day on the 21st, on the 22nd, let me just raise it here. 22nd, they have Night of the 80s featuring games and dress and music. I feel like that way. I want to put on a little shark skin pants with a bell bottom and thing there and a high platform shoes.
I go with that dongori with a white foot.
Yes.
In the ground.
Yeah, man.
You understand? And everything like that with a chonko heel.
Yeah. Now we talking.
Yeah, and nice, man, you go see me in that.
I know I go drive with the shoes, but we go try thing. Anyway, the 23rd, they have the Bonfire and Culture Night. 24th, the Health Walk, Health Promotion and Awareness Day. 25th, the Gospel Night. 26th, they've got the culmination of the school presentation, Safety at Sea session for fishermen. The 27th, they have their Come Taste We Hand, that's the cooking competition and so on, the Pan Fiesta. Believe me, the Pan Fiesta has been nice along with that. The 28th, Mass in June and the boat races. And then the 29th, that's the big day itself. They have the Holy Mass, Blessings of the Boats, the Grand Fish Expo and Exhibition, boat racing, aqua and beach activities, the Street Fiesta, and the Mega Show. So that is for the fisherman's birthday. They're having that activity. Folks, also remember, this Saturday, the St. Mary's Junior School, PTA, they have this break long overdue, or this break are overdue, about the Rum Runner 1. That's taking place this Saturday. Music by DJ Killer Sounds. Boarding time 7 p.m. The bar is igloo style, so ice for sale. Tickets $45, food included. Just check the St. Mary's Junior School for more information on that. And yeah, the NNP New York chapter, they have their activity coming up called Strictly Waters, a delicious array of Grenadian waters. So this for those of you that listen out there in Brooklyn. A delicious array of Grenadian waters. They have lambi, goat head, cow heel, fish, plus kalaloo soup. Yeah, let's should have lobster and thing. But I'll up there in New York. Let's see if up there with lobster and thing.
Yeah, let's see if up there with that.
On Saturday, May the 5th, 2018, until 12 noon. All right. No, it's starting from 12 noon until. So that's this Saturday. They're starting at 12 noon until. So Wade. Get the crew. Last time Wade go, the people want to close the thing, they can't stop it. Wade only watch. Wade go, he bring people, he bring people. Wade and a pile of them, he zingo all of them, catty them, watch. Anyway, so this one is taking place at 535 East 19th between Foster and Ditmas Avenue. So that's 535 East 19th between Foster and Ditmas Avenue. All proceeds towards Grenada's children. So the price only $20. So you have lambi, you have goat head, you have cow heel, you have fish, you have kalaloo soup. So that's taking place in Brooklyn. This, only want to send a ticket for me to come up. Anyway, yeah, that's taking, oh no, I don't have a visa. All right, so that's taking place this Saturday, the 5th of May, 2018, from 12 noon until And the address, 535 East 19th, between Foster and Ditmas Avenue. For more information, you can call 347-538-6827, 917-361-8135, or 917-582-6406. So we'll be giving you more information about that as the days go by up until the activity. Oops. The cruise sell out, boy. The cruise we was advertising just now.
Sell out?
All the tickets sell.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just get a note there.
So
the cruise sold out. All the tickets sell out. So I can hold back our 2 tickets in case me and Devon decide you want to line.
So you want to come? How we getting ticket now?
So the St. Mary's Junior School cruise that sell out.
Yeah. Understand? Wow. Well, that's good.
That's a good thing. Support the school.
Support the school.
Support the school.
Our children. The
right,
future
so
of our country.
We don't have to get them a blind again.
No.
Like the blind we get them work.
Well work.
The blind we get them
sell out, you know.
All right, yet. So the blind we give you all here. That one work. The cruise sell out. Kimberly, my love, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I don't know where you're cooking day, but I hope you're having a wonderful day today, my dear. Nice. Devon, I lie, you know. Boy, watch. You understand? When you look at Grenada right now, man, you have to. There's no better place in the world.
No better place.
No better place in the world to be.
I mean, I've seen. You know how there's when the new session of Parliament, right? Like the 10th session of Parliament just began on Friday. You know how they had to hold the man who they want to put as a speaker and drag him up, and so I see they have to drag some people. Understand? They want to go on the plane, you know. They want to go on the plane.
Nah, they doesn't want to go.
I mean, to check in the mic, they had to call them. So and so.
Hey, you know somebody we ain't say hello to for a long while? Kate Skeeter Lewis.
Yes. Good morning to you.
You know what she get a look at chance, she does PP.
Yes.
And
Honorable
make sure
Kate Skeeter Lewis.
Lakeisha Grant, we have not heard from you for the week.
Yeah.
Lakeisha Grant, no post cabinet today. We'd have got the notification. Yes, we didn't get any notification or post cabinet today. So we did not have post cabinet press briefing this morning. So we're hoping. Hey, and Veronica, she's saying good morning Veronica. From Toronto, Ontario. Ooh. Good
Sunny
morning
Toronto.
to Toronto.
Sunny Toronto.
Wait, what's sun? A little heat and thing.
Well, a little heat and thing. I mean, don't make people feel all they see in the sun and all. They see in the sun, all they just see that glare and the heat. You understand? I mean, but it's all right. We understand.
Anyway, phone lines are open. 440-7377. That's 440-7377.
347-329-3101.
Yes, folks. So we're heading to constitutional reform, and we're heading to the process now of making an amendment to our constitution so that instead of the Privy Council in the UK being our final court of appeal, the final court of appeal for us Grenadians will be the Caribbean Court of Justice. Some people like it, some people don't. My view, personally, I'll go here one of these days. Yeah. But
me too, you'll hear mine.
Yeah, definitely. No, we'll tell you what our view is in relation to it. But definitely, we are heading to constitutional review and making that amendment. The first thing is that Grenada, contrary to what some people want you to believe, the constitutional review process was successful the last time around.
Very much so.
And I'll say it was successful in that it was able to happen. Even when some people took the process to court to try and stop it from happening, stop you from having the opportunity to go and vote on the various bills that were put forward in 2016.
And they also launched at this honest campaign.
Yeah.
You understand? To muddy the waters, to confuse people as to the issues.
But it's 2 years later, and we know that people are a lot more informed.
Yes.
And we know that there are a group of people that right now kind of kicking themselves that they didn't support one particular bill because then a certain man might have been sitting in Parliament right now.
Parliament. Ooh, right. What a travesty.
But we know that didn't happen, so too bad for them.
What a travesty.
We know that didn't happen, so too bad for them.
Be careful, little mouth, what you say.
But definitely, folks, yeah, we're heading to constitutional reform. Nothing, and that's the first point, nothing is wrong with making an amendment to your constitution.
Of course, it happens all the time.
Trinidad, which moved away from their original constitution to the Republican constitution, has made several amendments to their 1976 Republican constitution. Yep. Nothing is wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Yeah? Other countries have done that. They've made amendments to their constitution. So what is wrong with Grenada making an amendment? You see, the problem here is when somebody doesn't know that they doesn't know. And they think they know, so they try to tell you what they think they know, and you know better.
They know nothing.
You want me to say that again?
Yeah, say it again to understand it.
It's when somebody who doesn't know that they don't know, they think they know, so they try to tell you who know better than them what they think they know, and they in fact don't know.
They don't know. They don't know.
So call it, yes, they're confusing themselves.
They don't know.
They don't know that they don't know. And as such, they call various radio programs. They go on the radio. Last time it had some of them, they stand up in tongue. They're playing it so non-partisan. Yeah? And Mr. Bernard? So non-partisan, but they stand up in tongue. The day before the constitutional reform process, sharing out handouts telling people vote no, vote no, vote no, vote no. So for some people, they want to have what you call a Pyrrhic victory. And a Pyrrhic victory is simply that they don't care about the cost of winning that victory, which they think is a victory. Actually, it's not a victory. But they don't care if they die in the process of winning. They don't care if they destroy the entire country in the process of winning once they win. Yeah, and then they could stand up in the ashes with their last dying breath and say, yes, I win.
Yes,
and drop and dead.
I burn it down.
That's a Pyrrhic victory.
I burn it down and then they have no shelter over the head.
Exactly.
Ooh, how stupid.
When it comes to the issue of constitutional reform, it is an issue that affects each and every one of us. Grenada has been spending and has spent millions of dollars on the Caribbean Court of Justice already. In other words, your money, my money, Devon money, all of us money has been spending on the Caribbean Court of Justice. And we still have not been using the Caribbean Court of Justice, in fact.
That's sad.
And various countries have been using it and been getting judgments out of it. You had the case of the young lady from Jamaica who went to Barbados, believed she was unfairly treated and so on, and she took the cause to the Caribbean Court of Justice, was successful in the judgment and so, and had to receive her money and so. Right now, you feel the Privy Council want to see that kind of case? In fact, if I was to leave here now, and let's say I'm going to Barbados to do some business, and I'm detained unfairly, unreasonably, without any due suspicion or behavior or so that warrants that, on the airport in Barbados or any other Caribbean country, and I have to take that case to the final court, I'm going to end up having to go to the Privy Council, which means I better have $100,000 sit down somewhere that I'm going to have to use to be able to go to the Caribbean Court of Justice, to the Privy Council. I'm going to have to hire a lawyer in the UK to argue my case for me. By the time I'm finished, I'll be broke. That's why a lot of businesses that sometimes have a good argument in some business dispute, they just let it die. And they lose money because it is so expensive for them to find a business lawyer in the UK to deal with that case for them. Plus, if they have to go up, they have to find lodging and so on, and that's not cheap. You have to find lodging and food and so on, and for the duration of the case in the UK.
And the time they'll get to get a hearing. I mean, from one hearing, right, and when you have it here in the Caribbean to up there, it's months, sometimes a year, 2 years before you can even get a hearing.
But not only that, the Privy Council itself, because your plane ticket alone is $4,000. The Privy Council itself, while they could have created the system where you stay in the Caribbean and you have your lawyers here and you do it on camera via video conference, they have not put that in place because they don't want cases from the Caribbean.
They don't want
They don't want cases from the Caribbean. Some of them, let me hold that statement, but some of them, let's just say they do not have the best interests of Caribbean and West Indian people at heart.
They don't.
These are the people who placed certain laws within our system many, many years ago. Things like flogging, things like capital punishment, hanging people, things like the Buggery law, where it is illegal for a man to have connection with a next man, so we understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
These people who in the Privy Council, the same people that put these laws in place here many years ago, that are now telling us that these laws are illegal, that we should allow same-sex marriage and that sort of thing, that we should not flog people when they do something. So a man rape a child, a man go and he rape a 2-year-old little child, and so on, that flogging should not be part of his punishment. If it goes to the Privy Council, believe me, that getting thrown.
Oh, that getting thrown.
And if he is flogged, and he says that that punishment was unnatural and so on, and he does a case that goes to the Privy Council and they'll take it for free, and goes to the Privy Council, your tax dollars are going to end up having to pay for this rapist being flogged.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah?
Sad.
So that's the kind of thing that we are facing right now. If someone brings a case now in relation to, in Trinidad they had the Buggery Act, in Belize they had the same similar act and so on, and if that is challenged right now and it goes to the Privy Council, which direction you think that is going to head?
Oh,
do you think they're going to say, well, within the Caribbean or within Grenada they have this particular way of living and they don't believe in that sort of thing? It's not part of the social fabric of the Grenadian people. If somebody's involved in it, they don't bother with them, but to legalize it and that sort of thing. You think the Privy Council are going to take all that into consideration? No. They're going to take how they think and how Britain operates and how the UK operates into consideration and attempt to impose that on Grenada. That's what they're going to do with their judgments, and that's what they've been doing throughout the Commonwealth, imposing their way of life and their standards on us in the Caribbean. And we still have some people here that only saying, let me go to the Privy Council. I prefer to go to the Privy Council because they know us. That is the reason you're not supposed to go to them, because they don't know you.
Continued slavery. How can we?
They still see some of us as the people that they release from slavery, and as we're little unintellectual children that they have to impose their will on. And we continue, some of us continue to say, let's support that. Let them be the ones to tell us how we're supposed to live our lives down here in the Caribbean.
Yeah, because you see, we need to get rid of this whole the system that's been tying us down. And one of the first steps that we can take, right, is to remove ourselves from the Privy Council and go to the CCJ. That is one of the first steps we should take.
You know a strange thing I heard just yesterday and the day before. I was hearing some persons complaining, and I know the voices. I've been hearing some persons complaining that on Friday, when different people were taking their oath, the oath of office. So when the members of parliament were taking their oath, their parliamentary oath on Friday, that they were swearing allegiance to Queen Elizabeth II, to heirs and successors according to law. Yeah? They were complaining that why are we swearing allegiance to Queen Elizabeth II? Well, all you're complaining. But that was part of the constitutional reform process, to make people swear an oath of allegiance to the state of Grenada.
The Alzheimer's, man, they can't remember.
That was part of what some people voted no on. It was stated, in fact, I believe it's the same bill that dealt with the CCJ as well. I think it was under the same bill, if I'm remembering correctly. That part of that was that people who are swearing an oath of allegiance within the Parliament of Grenada do not swear an oath of allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, but swear an oath of allegiance to Grenada, the state of Grenada. Yeah? The country in whose parliament they're sitting.
Exactly.
The people who have sent them into parliament to be their representatives.
They vote against that.
But that is what some of the same people who was calling radio and talking about, oh, I find it weird, people voting, people swearing allegiance to the Queen.
Yeah.
But that was part of the process, and we explained it on this program. But some people allowed the noise to drown out everything else.
Yeah, the big mouths, and so they allowed that to take over the whole thinking.
Yeah,
you know?
Never allow others to think for you.
Never.
One thing I will never do is allow anybody to think for me. I think for me. Yeah, I will take into consideration the views of others. I will take into consideration the views of others, but I will not allow others to think for me on my behalf.
Because, hey, we were made, each one of us were made in own image and likeness. We're different from every other. We should think for ourselves. Yeah, we should listen, right? Appreciate other people's comments and so, but that final decision must be taken by us because it will ultimately affect us as a human being and our families to come. So we got to be careful about the decisions we make, right? And who we allow to basically confuse us, right, into making other decisions.
So the opportunity will be coming again.
Oh, definitely.
For us to correct that wrong. Yeah? We have a caller online.
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Listen, all the bigger fans got to you on Monday before I could even get through.
Oh, dear. I know it was one person I know from since before 2013 always call and say happy birthday is you.
Yes, but I couldn't get through. The phone rang and rang and rang, but people were on the line.
Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry.
And I was calling you to tell you that I think we have renewed the expiration on the other two. So you have 3 in line up now.
Is it possible I can... Oh, no, tomorrow is your day up the road.
Yes.
So can I come on Friday?
You can.
About 2?
Whenever you come, I'll do it for you.
All right, 2 p.m. on Friday.
Listen.
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say also, I find the police competing with me in Victoria with that food fest thing, you know. Tell them watch themselves, Tanya Log and all these things.
But you have to go and support them.
But I find this thing has been advertised all over the country. So I ain't sure if they have enough Tanya. Tell them I have a lot of Tanya and I could sell it to them at family price. So if they're interested, just contact me. You know who to contact and who to give my number.
You think I'm afraid to call the number? I call in the number on air and tell them who to call, you know.
But we have a lot.
Okay, my dear.
Yes. That's and lastly, before I go, well, two more things. What you're talking about now with the Constitution, I think it should be repeated because our people need to understand and to learn about what is happening and to know their rights and not be distracted by other people who will try to not want them to know what they're supposed to know. And finally, Devon and the Romain family, I just want to publicly say, express my condolences. I went to visit your auntie 2 days before she passed away. Yes. And Sheldon, I don't think you know this, but the deceased, her daughter is the chief registrar of the country, and it's Henry, Miss Henry.
Yes.
Okay. So that's her mom who passed away, and we're with the family in prayers and thoughts, and we're going to do everything we can to support them and to make to ease the pain of the loss as far as possible.
Thank you very much, Doc.
So guys, you guys have a wonderful day, and like I said, don't forget the Tanya.
Yes.
No, we
officers,
won't forget.
check Doc.
Take care.
Okay, have a wonderful day, Doc. Yeah,
Yes,
thanks
indeed.
again to all those who have been extending condolences to the Romain family and so on.
Yes, indeed. But it's about time that we start revising our... Nothing is wrong with doing an amendment to the Constitution. Nothing is wrong. You have the people who, just because they have this particular hatred, and it's not a dislike, there's no other way to describe it, they have this hatred of Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell. They have a hatred of the other members of the New National Party. They have a hatred of the fact that the New National Party has formed the government again. It's hurtful to them. And therefore, they say anything that they can say to try and damage. Imagine, as we were saying at the beginning, they're upset because the trade unions came out and they didn't have a set of different thing to cuss the government about. Now, if the government doing what you ask them to do, what you have to cuss the government about?
You understand? You're thankful. You appreciate what they're doing. They can do much more, but it's negotiations.
So that's one part of it. They attack. And then they come and they will attack the constitutional reform. One, they're going to attack the process. And two, they're going to say, why now? Because they already started it.
Oh, yeah,
they already started why didn't we do the whole thing? No.
And the whole thing was there already?
The whole thing was there. But outside of that, this particular issue is a very important issue because it affects many things. It affects inter-island trade.
Yeah,
For
and
instance,
travel, yeah.
if we have an issue as Grenada with St. Vincent, instead of this thing having to go to the Privy Council all the way out there in the UK, it can be dealt with in the Caribbean here. Even without people having to leave St. Vincent and leave Grenada to go to a third island, it can be done electronically. You could make your submissions and so via camera and that sort of thing. So the business in Grenada that feels that its copyright has been infringed by a business in Trinidad or a business in Jamaica that believes that its copyright on a particular product has been infringed can get recourse here in the Caribbean for much less than it would cost, the millions it would possibly cost for them to go to the United Kingdom. So that's money that stays in the local economy and provides jobs. That's money that stays in the region instead of going out to the UK. How could someone be against that? How can someone be against that? Yeah? I believe that if we are in the frame of mind that we say that we have to get out of the colonial mindset, that we have to get out of the colonial system, that we ought to seriously consider the issue of the Caribbean Court of Justice as one of the last vestiges of the colonial era. You're independent. You have your freedom. Choose your own government. Make friends with whoever you want. But when it comes to your law, we going to control that? No, it can't be.
Yeah. Well, and you know...
So let's start the process. Once the ball rolling, you never know. Next year we could look at another part of it again.
The Caracou and the passport.
Right. We could look for another 2 parts next year. The following year we look at a part
and everything
again.
like that.
But let's go through the process. Let's start the process. Maybe it was... You know, sometimes when you cook, sometimes it's difficult to eat. Sometimes when you watch a plate of food and you find it's too much food, it's like you can't eat. So sometimes you need to eat a little bit.
A little piece.
A little bit.
Get a taste.
A little
Take
bit.
your time.
A little bit. A little bit. So let's take it a little bit by a little bit. If the Americans could take it for two centuries, well, since the 1700s or something.
Almost 3 centuries now.
So if they could take it over that period of time and do amendments every now and again, who are we?
And hey, Deepo, you right, eh? These same guys, right? We were together on platforms and so chanting down with imperialism and colonialism. Let's move away from that slavery mentality. And oops, there come the same guys, right? Politically still stooping down to colonialism and imperialism. They are quite a depot. They are twisted. I even twisted house and thing. Their minds are twisted. Yeah.
And if you've gone through the history of Grenada, if you were a supporter of the GULP, so Eric Matthew Gary and the GULP back in the days, it was the same mindset of moving away from the colonial imperial system,
anti-colonial sort of thing,
coming over to the system that we would like to see.
Of course.
Where you've moved away from all the vestiges of the UK and you move into a totally Grenadian system.
Yeah. So
that's why we had our good friend Ali Gill. He made the statement Grenadianism.
Yes.
And you have to consider what is really Grenadianism. What is really Grenadianism? Is it just that we eat oil down, play jab with old oil, love nutmeg and spice, and we're willing to carry we flag anyway? Does that make us Grenadian? What makes us Grenadian? Yeah? We have to look at all of that comes into context when we're looking at your constitution and these sort of things. You know? What makes us Grenadian? And are we truly independent? If we still have to depend on the UK to tell us if we're right or wrong with a legal matter.
Exactly.
And not just us, but the region as well. Because Jamaica still had to do it. And they're looking to come out of it. And other countries in the region looking at it and looking to come out of it.
And the thing is, we choose to stay in these things, right? There are options, right? There's room for us to get out of it and do our own thing. But we choose to stay. I don't know if it's because of cowardness. I don't know if it's because we figure we can't leave our mother's hands, quote unquote, and walk for ourselves. Come on.
Recently, Kanye West made the statement, just recently, that slavery for some people was by choice. And a lot of people jumped down his throat.
Yeah, they want to kill him.
No, serious. I'm not defending Kanye West here. A lot of people jumped down Kanye's throat and, what do you mean? Slavery was by choice. These people and them do this, they do that. No, but look in between, because some people still mentally want to retain slavery by choice.
Of course.
You want to retain it by choice.
In their works and their deeds every day, you can see that they are stick to that system, and slavery is part of the whole.
Because it's crazy,
Yeah.
Kanye say it.
Yeah,
Everybody
jumped down his throat. But hey,
yeah,
it's reality.
But the same people that saying Kanye talking craziness and all this kind of thing are the same people saying leave the Privy Council there.
Leave it there.
Leave the Privy Council.
Because it serves their purpose when it's needed, right?
The UK, when we were just coming out of slavery and they gave us what we already had anyway, but they were just hiding from us, our own independence and slavery and this kind from slavery and so on. They used to beat we children in school because they used to beat their children in school. Then they come and tell us, don't beat your children. They said, don't beat your children. Then they come after that and they say, well, outside of that, prisoners who in prison, don't beat them either.
Yeah. But I ain't sure if they used to beat their own children, you know.
No, they used to. They used to flog the children. They used to get away with it back in the days. Not much, but they used to get away with it. Some of them. Some of them. But they used to beat we on in the schools. They used to soak, whip and thing in donkey pee and beat people. Yeah? And then they come back and they say that wrong. Yeah? Everything they used to tell us right, now they come back and they're saying wrong.
It's wrong.
So who knows if 50 years from now they ain't going back and tell us that it's wrong again.
It's wrong again, exactly.
But at the end of the day, we don't need to depend on them to tell us what's right or wrong. Let us as a people make that decision.
Exactly.
So that is why the Caribbean Court of Justice is so important. It's going to be made up of people like us, who think like us, who reason like us, who understand our society.
And represent
us. And will
us.
therefore make judgments and decisions that are feasible, reasonable, and more in line with our personal beliefs, at least of the majority, here within the Caribbean region.
And
we cannot continue to depend on people that don't want our cases coming up there to be sending cases up there.
And I'm convinced, Sheldon, at this point in time, I think the Caribbean on a whole have much better lawyers, practical lawyers, right? Legal luminaries to represent us than any other in the world. I'm convinced of that.
I'm seeing people saying if they can Brexit, we can fix it.
Yeah, we can fix it.
No, and let's understand Brexit in this sense, because Brexit is actually supposed to be a positive for the Caribbean people and not a negative. And that's why Amber Rudd had to resign. Yeah, bye, Amber. Met her before, but bye. Yeah, good riddance. Anyhow, yeah, I know some of my friends in the Conservative Party wouldn't like that statement, but good riddance. Yeah. The thing is simply this. Brexit said that the people who are presently leaving Italy and going into the UK and can leave Italy this morning, go take a flight, just a short while, they're over in the UK, can apply, get the necessary documentations, and by tonight be in a job legally in the UK. That people from Italy could do that. People from Spain can do that. People from Croatia and Poland can do that. They could leave. They could go into the United Kingdom. They can go into London this morning, sign up, get all the documentation to legally be employed in the UK. And by tonight, they could be working. And they're also getting all the same benefits as a UK citizen for their parents and dependents back home. So those who are in France, those who are in Italy, those who are in Poland and Croatia and so on, they're getting the benefits of the UK health system and also their social welfare system, right? They are going to gain the same benefits as a UK citizen. Meanwhile, those of us from the Caribbean cannot go to the UK and get the same benefits.
We doom.
Yeah? We who fight World War I and II.
And build the economy for them.
That is why we have monuments here in Grenada in the Botanical Gardens for people from here that went and fight wars on behalf of the United Kingdom. Who at the end of World War II, when we had tens of thousands of people from the Caribbean going up to the UK and some of them taking jobs that people in the UK would not take. Things like coal miners, garbage collectors, those people who were working on the train system until some of them lose their leg and some lost their lives working in the train system. The jobs that people in the UK would not take, we West Indians went up and do it. But in 2018, a young man or young woman cannot leave the island of Grenada, go to the UK, and like somebody from Italy who never went and fight anything there, never do anything there, who was never part of the Commonwealth and still isn't part of the Commonwealth, they could go, the Italian could go and get benefits, but the Grenadian can't? You won't tell me that that is correct? And then you won't tell me remain in the Privy Council? You're lucky if we remain in the Commonwealth.
Exactly. Lucky if we remain there.
I mean, we will, but still.
I mean, at this point in time, you know, it's in my view, much better.
How can people tell me that that is correct? That we must retain the Privy Council?
Can be.
Something definitely has to be wrong with the thinking. Maybe I'm not a person that knows everything. Maybe I am thinking wrong. Maybe I'm the wrong one here. Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
In my view, it is not good for us.
But they gotta tell me how I'm thinking wrong here, because I ain't
good for
I
us.
ain't too think on that one.
It's something that we must continue to stand up and ensure that it is being done. Let us move away, right, from these things. Let us build our own. It's about time. We independent.
Oh, we don't even have to build it. It's there already. The Caribbean Court of Justice is already there. It doesn't
and we
build.
pay, and we pay money.
We pay and we paid for the Caribbean Court of Justice.
Every year we paying money for it.
But due to the Constitution, we cannot make the best use of the Caribbean Court of Justice simply due to that part of the Constitution. So in my mind, it is something that's very important and needs to be addressed ASAP. So let us move forward with that. Those of you that are not yet registered, get registered. I know nobody expected to hear those words on Hard Talk for the next few years. Yeah, at least until 2020. Nobody expected to hear those words about get registered.
But it's important.
Brothers and sisters, get registered. Because this is an important issue. And there may be other side issues that are attached with it.
Yep.
But this is an important issue. And we expect on Hard Talk within the next few months to have some of the people from the Caribbean Court of Justice in studio with us to discuss one or two issues, plus our own local luminaries on the issue, so that you would have a clear understanding and you'll be able to ask questions of these individuals so that you know what it is when the time comes and you have to go and cast that vote as to whether we stay with the Colonial Privy Council or we move forward with the Caribbean Court of Justice. You will make that decision. Yeah? And we know that you all will definitely make that decision. That's all the time we have for today.
Yeah. Season already gone.
Yeah, they are. Well, too bad. They miss out. Now all right. That's all the time we have for today, folks. It's been wonderful being here. We'd like to thank all the stations who were here with us. And definitely all of the callers and the listeners out there in the general public. For those of you online, stay on for a few minutes. You all will get the national report. But myself and Devon, we are out of here. All right. Peace out. Nice. Beautiful.
Grenada's new Houses of Parliament building to be officially opened in June. The story headline in today's National Report. Stay tuned, we'll have the details for you in just a moment. Welcome back. This is the National Report for Monday the 30th and final day of the month of April. Reporting today, I'm Delroy Lozan. Parliament's new home at Mount Welldale will be officially opened in June. That announcement was made by Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell. The Grenada Houses of Parliament building was destroyed following the passage of Hurricane Ivan in 2004. Since then, Parliament's sittings have been held at the Grenada Trade Centre. Construction of the 29 million EC dollars project commenced in 2015.
We hope to open the new Parliament, which is everybody's dream, on June 8th, 2018.
Minister for Communication and Works, the Honourable Gregory Bowen, recently told members of the media that by May, all electrical, plumbing and technical work should be completed. He said Grenada is expecting an additional $2 million from Mexico to complete the landscaping.
The contractor's work on the building is almost complete and the remaining critical issues are to be finished. There must be the delivery of the fire pump to the project. It's critical that you have this in case of a fire. Delivery of remaining parts for the handrails, installation and checking, testing and commissioning of major electrical, plumbing and heating and AC systems. A domestic water pump, even if you'll have water from the main, you must have the water pump in place. And we have the first shipment of ICT equipment and lines. They come into Grenada, but they must be installed and commissioned.
The Grenada Houses of Parliament building is part funded by grants from the governments of the United Mexican States and the United Arab Emirates. Ambassador-designate of the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Mohamed Lutfi Witoeng, last week presented the credentials to Governor-General, Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade. Indonesia and Grenada have enjoyed cordial and cooperative diplomatic relations since February 1992. Governor-General Dame Cecile Lagrenade said Grenada has benefited significantly from Indonesia in areas of training and education. She anticipates further strengthening of relations between the two countries.
In the areas of education and training, Indonesia has contributed significantly to Grenada's development. Over the years, your government has offered training courses for professional development of our citizens. Scholarships for undergraduate and postgraduate study in Indonesia are consistently being offered by your country to young Grenadians in fields such as arts and visual technology. I thank you for this significant contribution to the development of our country's most important resource, its people.
Ambassador Witoeng said he is confident that during his tenure, the relations between both countries will be expanded and deepened.
Both Indonesia and Grenada are faced with the common mission of developing economy and improving the people living standards. Good friendship and mutually beneficial cooperation between two countries not only serve the shared interests of the two people, but also conducted to peace, stability, and development. I am confident that with the joint effort of our two governments and peoples, the long-term constructive and cooperative Indonesia-Grenada partnership is bound to scale new heights.
MAREP follows through on its commitment to farmers and agricultural enthusiasts on the Sister Isle. On Thursday, Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, the Honorable Kendra Mathurin Stewart, and MAREP representative Mrs. Janelle Kwashi handed over 5 black tanks to farmers and 1 irrigation hose to the Hillsborough Government School on the island. The initiative was fueled at an irrigation training held months ago with farmers on the island. The Honorable Kendra Mathurin Stewart said the initiative is timely as farmers and residents of the island experience the harsh effects of the dry season.
MAREP had stuck to its promises, and basically that the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, especially at this time, witnessing this dry season, is able to receive these black tanks today. And we're also pleased to also deliver a number of water hoses to various recipients. So we are happy and pleased with this effort, and of course we look forward to the continued support. Now that MAREP is over, but now on to SAIP, of course supporting our farmers, especially our young persons in Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
Well-known farmer Calvin Andrew and 4-H teacher of the Hillsborough Government School, Clint Alexander, are grateful to MAREP and the ministry for the much-needed assistance. They share how the new equipment will enhance their farming practices.
The contribution of donation of a hose that will assist the Hillsborough Government School 4-H in irrigating their plants. And we're still looking forward to the complete drip irrigation system which we're going to get in the future. Carriacou, we always struggle for water, and ease up the burden of carrying the water bucket by bucket going down to the garden. So we just connect the hose, and we probably connect a sprinkler system which would irrigate faster and easier.
I'm feeling very, very happy, knowing that in Carriacou our main problem is water. And I'm happy that MAREP saw it fit to contribute these tanks to us. It will go a very, very long way in helping us in our agricultural pursuits.
This is the National Report. Stay tuned, we'll have more news when we return.
This year's Spice Mass climaxes on August 13th and 14th. It is an event you just cannot afford to miss. I am Tamaya Monroe, Miss Grenada 2017, inviting you to the festivities, the shortney, and all the different traditional mass. the fancy mass, the Monday night mass, and as Specky say, the best part of Carnival, the Juve. Spice Mass 2018 is one that's going to be fun, epic, unforgettable. Miss Grenada 2017 to Maya Monroe inviting you to the Carnival Queen Show on August 9th, 2018 to witness the 7 beautiful ladies contesting for the title Miss Grenada 2018. It is an event that you cannot afford to miss. Miss Grenada said so.
This one is for mommy. You play your part and you still playing your part. I love you from my heart, boy. Mommy, you lost and love your body. Put it till you depart. This one's from my heart.
With reports of high incidences of anemia and obesity in some schools, the relevant authorities are on a mission to correct the problem, targeting 4 schools in the first instance. Details from Jerry Malcolm.
4 schools, the St. Michael's RC at Bylands, the St. Patrick's Anglican and St. Patrick's RC, and the Bonaire Government School at St. Mark's, have been selected for a pilot project which ends in December, targeting improved nutrition. The intention is to extend the program to all schools on the island by January 2019. In this regard, the authority, in conjunction with the Marketing and National Importing Board, have been training farmers who will be contracted to supply the schools with produce.
All of this discussion and information sharing started so we could be able to know what is the quantity, how much they need per week, what day they need it. At the marketing board level, we would then do the coordination, procurement from you, the farmer, and the distribution to the schools where they are.
Government, as well as international organizations and the local private sector, have been contributing to the initiative.
Tremendous thanks to Huggins for coming on board. They have given 100,000 EC dollars for that program. I also want to extend courtesy to Grace Lutheran. They will be sponsoring the hydroponic system to the tune of 48,000 US. And I want to also extend courtesy to FAO for sponsoring that program to over 200,000 US.
And that story brings us to the end of today's National Report. Headline in the news, Grenada's new Houses of Parliament building to be officially opened in June. On behalf of all who made this newscast possible, I'm Delroy Loza. Thanks for viewing.
There's so much going on with the NNP, and we're just getting started. From candidate launches to contests, events, and breaking news, be in the know. Get notified first about big events and announcements. Plus, we're here to listen. We want to hear from you. Leave us a comment, tell us what's working and what's not. Like what we're doing? Let us know. The NNP is working for you. Interact with us on Facebook. Come on, Grenada, get connected. Like us on Facebook /NNP Grenada and keep moving.